Welcome back, Flare community. You are not bullish enough. So we start the video off today with this meme created by none other than Ace, and it portrays Hugo collecting these XRP treasury companies that are gonna skyrocket the TVL and institutional interest we see on the Flare network. I'm gonna jump up here to this video. I'm gonna play it in just a second, but the long story short is that Hugo wants to see about 5% of the XRP supply over onto the Flare network and earning a yield by the middle of 2026. Now, I just did some quick calculations here. 5 billion supply of XRP multiplied by a $3 price, which it's hovering around now, equals about $15 billion in TVL. That is absolutely huge. A very ambitious target by Hugo, but let's just listen into this video and see what he has to say.
With the DeFi ecosystem within XRP now starting to expand, how much do you think is going to be unlocked just this year, in the last few months of this year?
I mean, I'd like to see Flare at 5 billion XRP by mid-2026.
So how is that milestone going to be reached? Well, it is a combination of retail. They will do their bit, but the bulk of this will come from huge institutions, and we've seen these dominoes falling. So the first domino was Uphold, an absolutely huge exchange that said that they are exploring ways to unlock yield on XRP, including testing XRP staking through Flare Network's F assets. This is an absolutely behemoth of an exchange, and we can actually go to their transparency report here, and this is their exchange, and if we search for XRP, you can see here that they hold 4.35 billion XRP, or pounds worth of XRP. So it's going to be even more in terms of dollars. Anyways, this is a significant amount, and Uphold have committed to interacting with the Flare network, the F asset system, and Firelight to provide yield, maybe for themselves, maybe for them customers, but still, this is XRP that's going to be locked up and used on the Flare network. And one thing that is important to note is that all of this XRP that is brought over to the Flare network requires collateral in the form of FLR. This is going to do wonders for restricting the supply, and yeah, I'm extremely excited, but this is just one domino. Moving along here, we have this huge news from Vivo Power, and they launched the definitive strategic partnership to deploy $100 million worth of XRP for institutional yield. This is absolutely crazy, and yeah, this is a publicly listed company. You can see Vivo Power here traded on the NASDAQ, and yeah, you can buy their shares. It gives you exposure into a leveraged XRP, let's say. But they're going to be using that to earn a yield through the Flare network. Who are they going to use to custody it? Well, another behemoth here. Crypto.com say that they are excited to announce a strategical partner with Vivo Power to provide custodial support for the expansion of its digital asset treasury holding strategy, and more. What is that more? Well, if we go over here, we can see that this partnership is, I guess, a little bit more than just a treasury or like a custodial side of thing, because over on this post here by none other than Calm in Space, we can see through Crypto.com's announcements, shareholders will also benefit from superior liquidity of XRP and other digital assets, as well as access to upcoming XRP staking via Flare, which Vivo Power has already partnered with. So take this with a grain of salt. Potentially it means that Crypto.com users can use their XRP on the Flare network through their platform. And this expands the scope of F assets and really gets that reach out there to millions of people that use the Crypto.com exchange. Moving along here with the next major announcement, which happened just yesterday, Everything Blockchain commits to allocate in the millions of dollars worth of XRP to Flare's infrastructure, with the goal of generating compliant on-chain yield for its treasury. You can start to see the pattern here. People want to earn yield on their XRP, an otherwise dormant asset. This marks a major step towards scaling XRP-Fi for corporate treasuries, and we're just seeing this trend continue. So we go here to the recent CoinDesk announcement. Flare lands the second public company for its XRP DeFi framework. Combined with Firelight, Flare's restaking layer, the setup lets companies convert XRP into FXRP through the F asset protocol and allocate it across decentralized lending, staking, and liquidity protocols. Right, okay, let's do a quick summary here. Everything Blockchain Inc. has signed a memorandum of understanding to adopt Flare's XRP-Fi framework to corporate treasury yield. Flare's system aims to transform XRP into a productive asset for institutions through its F-asset system and Firelight's restaking layer. The adoption by two public companies, including Vivo Power International, signals a shift from how digital assets like XRP are utilized by institutions. And we can see this trend growing stronger and stronger. We did see that they did commit millions of dollars, but we do have it here in writing. So Flare expands institutional adoption as Everything Blockchain Inc. joins XRP-Fi standard for treasury yield. So this institution expects to allocate approximately 10 million in XRP in its initial phase, with the potential to scale further as part of its digital treasury strategy. So this is just the start, and this comes just months after we've seen Vivo Power commit 100 million in XRP to Flare's ecosystem. So this is absolutely incredible, and this is just the beginning. So we've got this post from Steven here, and he says that there are now 10 publicly announced XRP treasury companies, and you can see them all on the screen. All of these companies want to earn a yield. The question is whether they've heard about Flare Network, the F-Asset Protocol, and Firelight, which is institutional grade DeFi opportunities to put XRP to use. Now you can see that some of these here have huge amounts of XRP. Trident, for example, with 500 million, and yes, they will be looking to earn a yield, and they will find the Flare Network. This is just one domino, and there are many more to come. I think this meme embodies Hugo's desire to really expand the scope of XRP-Fi, get that 5% of XRP onto the Flare Network, create a supply shock for the Flare token, and start accumulating these institutions that want to adopt the Flare Network and start earning yield on their XRP. I'm incredibly excited. I hope that you are too. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please feel free to like and subscribe if you haven't already. Have yourself an incredible day, and until next time, I'm out.
Mission Control, we have liftoff.